Hello everyone, and welcome to How to Shoot a Video the Gordon Way. I'm Michael Gordon, and I'm super excited to show you guys how to produce awesome content, and how with these tips and tricks, with nothing more than a camera phone, you can produce awesome videos. Videos are a fun way to promote your work, increase your clientele, and clearly define your unique skills. Having a digital portfolio will not only be a future requirement for all employees, but will also help increase your ticket price, your pre-booking rate, and your client engagement with your posts, which will help raise your tips. You may not know where to start, how to do things, or the best way to build your page. This video should alleviate some of your questions. If you have any extra questions after finishing this video, please feel free to reach out to me at my email listed below. The only bad questions are the ones that go unasked, so please feel free. Today we'll go over 3 areas to make sure that you are an expert at your videos. The 3 most important areas that we're going to focus on are composition, aesthetics, and lighting. I'm going to be using a few terms in this video, so if you aren't already taking notes, please feel free to write this down as I will be referring to them in the course. You can pause the video now if you need to get some paper and pencils. First, we will discuss your composition, or your artistic video's format. This is really important for digital video. Digital videos have different qualities, as you've probably seen on YouTube. You may have also heard of the terms HD, Full HD, 2K, or 4K. These are just names for video quality and will help you immensely in life to know. You will see a P after all of these. That just means pixel. The more pixels, the higher quality. So if you think about TVs from the 90s, they were in a quality called 360p. That's why TV sucked. 360 pixels is super bad. Don't believe me? Click the gear on your right below and change the quality to 360p. Terrible, right? You always want to record in the highest quality possible so it doesn't look bad in a couple years when technology progresses. Here's what you need to know. There's 1080p, which is commonly referred to as Full HD. This is okay. There's also 2K, which if you're an iPhone user is also called Retina display, and that's pretty good. 4K is the highest quality that's currently possible on most commercial shooting devices, including iPhones. 1080p is 1080 pixels, 2K is roughly 2000 pixels, and 4K is roughly 4000 pixels. If you're shooting a video, this would be your best option. It's pretty ubiquitous on most smartphones, so if you have a smartphone from the last 2 or 3 years, it's probably on it. This is the best format and what you want to be posting in if possible. If you have an iPhone or Android device that is less than 4 years old, you should be able to shoot any video in 4K. Go into your settings, camera, and record video. This is where you can change your settings. I never publish video below 1080p. It's pointless. It is so low quality, it will end up hurting my image more than getting views, so I always opt for 4K when possible. If you shoot a lot of video, and I mean a lot, be aware 4K uses more memory on your computer. Congrats! Now you know all about video quality. Let's take it to the next part, frame rate. Under those settings, you will see FPS. This means frames per second. If you like that smooth video look many YouTubers use, you might want a high frame rate, around 60. Normal film for movies is shot at 24 frames per second, and 30 frames per second is also used. All will get you similar effects. I shoot at 4K and 30 FPS. If you want to do a super slow-mo video, like this video that was shot at 10,000 frames per second, you can. You just need the camera for it. Most iPhone's slow-mo mode is only 120 frames per second, so you can slow the frame rate down because there's a lot of frames, but it won't be able to do things like watching a bullet fly through an apple. This is only achievable through higher frame rate, so if you're shooting on your phone, just make sure that you're in a higher frame rate option. Also, a big tip, if you're shooting on an iPhone, make sure that you're not in the high efficiency mode. You can find it in your settings under camera and format. This function is to make it easier to publish on Instagram, Facebook, and social media, but makes it impossible for me to edit without special equipment. Please change this setting to most compatible if you have it. Be advised, shooting in 4K at 60 FPS is only available in high efficiency mode, so please try to avoid that if I'm editing for you because it doesn't work with our software. How do you want to show your work? Do you want to create longer videos that look more like a film, or will you be posting primarily to Instagram and Facebook? Answer this question before shooting your video. You're already probably aware of this. When finding a vertical video on YouTube, it's a bit annoying, correct? And horizontal video on Instagram may be hard to watch? These are common errors, and this is how to avoid them. If you want to shoot a fun transformation video for Instagram, for example, you want your phone to be vertical. It will be much easier to watch on a scrolling website like Facebook or Instagram. Horizontal videos work best on everything, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. But Instagram isn't ideal because it doesn't allow full screen. Basically, remember to match the aesthetic choice that you're using to the platform so your video comes off more professional. Thanks for listening to Composition. I know it was heavy with info. Our next parts are more fun and about aesthetics and lighting. Click video number 2 to move forward.